Hi, I'm Kelsey, and this is my boyfriend Jared. And 1 year ago today, we were at Nijō Castle. We started off the day with coffee at Necktie Coffee, like we have every day on our trip, and hung out in our matcha in the tatami mat room. We were keeping our bikes in the entryway, and they looked so cozy. And we found the letter J made out of little sticks, which we took as a good sign for Jared. The plan was to drive our bikes to get lunch and then go to Nijō Castle. Bike parking is really strict in Japan, so you have to park your bikes in these bike parking lots. If you leave your bike on the street, they will come and take away your bike really quickly. So we parked at Omiya Station and went across the street to McDonald's to get some chicken nuggets, and I got to try their takoyaki sauce, which was really good. And then we found a Pokemon vending machine. So, of course, we had to get a pack out of it. I think it was around 1,000 yen. Then we continued our journey on to Nijō Castle. It was about 2.6 kilometers total away from our Machia, or 1.6 miles. There was bike parking at Nijō Castle, so that was easy. One of the shops across the street from Nijō Castle was selling actual samurai swords. Nijō Castle saw the beginning and the end of the Tokugawa shogunate era, also known as the Edo period. It was ordered to be constructed in 1601 by the first shogun, Tokugawa Ieyasu, who unified Japan, and completed during the reign of his grandson in 1626. The Tokugawa shogunate era then lasted 15 more generations until 1867, when Shogun Tokugawa Yoshinobu announced the end of the Tokugawa rule at Nijō Castle as well. He returned political control to the emperor and marked the end of feudal Japan, the beginning of the Meiji period, during which Japan rapidly modernized. In 1915, the state ceremony for the coronation of Emperor Taisho was held here as well, and the enthronement banquet of his son, Emperor Hirohito, was held here in 1928. The castle consists of 2 concentric rings of fortifications, 2 palaces, support buildings, several gardens. Each ring consists of a wall and a wide moat that had fish in them. This castle is an example of social control manifested in architectural space. The only place low-ranking visitors would ever see would be this outer ring, and only high-ranking visitors were allowed into the inner circle. The castle is 275,000 square meters, or 68 acres. The southwest keep of the inner wall burned down in 1750, and rather than replace it, there is a viewing platform there. Even just the remaining foundation of the keep is quite high up, with lots of stairs to get up there, but a great view of Honmaru Palace once you get up there. The architectural style of this palace is actually late Edo period. This building was originally part of the former Katsura Palace within the Kyoto Imperial Enclosure, and it was moved to this spot around 1893 as part of the systematic clearing of the disused residences and palaces in the Imperial Enclosure. Between the two main rings of fortifications is Ninomaru, or Second Ward Palace. This palace includes lavish decoration, lavish quantities of gold leaf, and elaborate wood carvings intended to impress visitors with the power and wealth of the shoguns. There are quite lavish decorations inside as well, paintings by masters, but we didn't go inside. It was already getting pretty late. We thought Nijō Castle was so beautiful, and it was honestly a highlight of our trip. Throughout our whole visit, Jared was taking pictures of the rocks that made up the building and the masonry and construction of the building itself, which was incredibly impressive, with huge rocks making up the foundations of the building. Like, look at the scale of this wall and these giant steps. Our first gachapon was inside the gift shop at Nijō Castle. I noticed outside the gift shop is where the staff parks their bikes, and I took a picture of that, and Jared took a picture of me. This tree was planted within Nijō Castle as well. It is the offspring of a tree that was exposed to the atomic bomb in Hiroshima. Offspring of those trees are planted all over and represent the importance of peace and life for the next generation. We walked to a nearby coffee shop with the most immaculate vibes. They were playing the smoothest music in there. I'm afraid to include it because of copyright strike, but I do know the album was I Am Marjorie McCoy by Marjorie McCoy from 1967. The outside of this place was like a little shack down an inconspicuous alleyway. It really felt magical, and the coffee was so good. We ate dinner at Burger Revolution again because Jared was obsessed with it. It was really good. And then we had whiskey at this whiskey museum whiskey bar where we chatted with this guy for a while who said his name was Secrets. He was very funny. Then we rode our bike around Kyoto for a while and eventually ended up back at Armatia. I swear there's footage of that, but it's missing. So if that ever turns up, I will share it with you. Next video, we are going to Kyoto Tower along with a couple shrines. So I'll see you then.